Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So I wanted to talk about this real quick. I didn't really speak too much on it immediately after the event. You know, Jake Paul, Ben Askren, the spectacle. These celebrity fights are getting more popular and popular, and I just wanted to say my piece on it, man. I'm not mad at Jake Paul. I'm not mad at Jake Paul. A lot of these boxers and fans coming out talking about how, Jake Paul is coming in the game and making a lot of money, and he's not a real boxer. He didn't put in the work, the same work that these other guys put in who've been boxing since they was kids and things like that, been through all the amateur tournaments and even Olympics and things like that. But I look at it like this, man. Boxing is where it's at. Not because of Jake Paul. It's where it's at because of boxing. It's because these promoters, these big wigs, these, networks, and these fighters are starving out the fans. They want to drag out every big fight possible to try to cash in on some big lottery or some big scam at the end of the day, to try to extract as much money as possible from the fans. They basically doing the same shit that Jake Paul is doing. The only difference is that Jake Paul has already built his brand. He already built his fan base. He already got a following, so he can immediately call up an ex MMA fighter or a random celebrity and put on a spectacle and make money. He's doing it just a different way. These boxers and these promoters and fans, they upset because they actually, they got to draw out a long storyline and all this extra shit just to try to demand that type of traffic and generate that type of those type of views and numbers and clicks when Jake Paul already got his following built. I don't understand why people are upset at Jake Paul. If y'all want to take boxing back, if y'all don't want to allow boxing to turn into some clown circus spectacle type of sport, then these guys need to make the best fights immediately. The fights that will get you the type of money that you looking to get, you need to make those fights right away instead of trying to wait and draw this shit out, because none of y'all is going to be Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. Ain't none of these motherfuckers going to make $300 million in a fight. You know what I'm saying? That shit never gonna happen again. You feel me? So ain't no use of you trying to drag this shit out hoping that you gonna hit the lottery, because it ain't gonna fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these guys need to try to make the best fights possible so that way the fans can stay engaged, and that way ain't nobody really searching for no damn Jake Paul. They gonna look at Jake Paul as what he is, a circus act. But now people are starting to people want to see Jake Paul fight real fighters now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's generating that much traffic, that much talk and popularity. So Jake Paul really ain't no different from the average boxer who's 2-0 or 3-0. Because when you look at these guys' records, the guys that first come in the game, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, they fighting amateurs, really. They fighting guys that have no skill. You know what I'm saying? Guys with a record of 15 and 100 and shit like that. Jake Paul he fighting the same type of guys. The same people, Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, these are the same type of guys that you will see your traditional professional boxer fight in their first 5 fights. That's a fact. So I don't know why people get mad at Jake Paul for trying to get his bread up. He see an opportunity and he taking advantage of it like any real motherfucker would do. Anybody if you see a fool, you play him. If you got an opportunity to, if you can finesse, you finesse. That's what he doing. And it's not his fault. It's the fault of these boxers and these promoters. Shit. They putting on they got concerts and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got performances from top musicians and artists. You know what I'm saying? They got Snoop Dogg commentating. You know, motherfuckers can say whatever they want to say. It's a great show that they putting on. And people are willing to pay for it. Why not? You know? So, if these guys want to see boxing, if they want to, you know, take control of their sport, they going to have to start doing some things differently. Or else you're going to see more of these celebrity guys coming in and taking some of the shine off of the real boxers. You know, now I feel like actual boxing is always going to have that love and respect from the real hardcore boxing fans because we know the difference. We know Jake Paul can't fuck with no motherfucking, you know, Earl Spence, no Canelo Alvarez or Terrence Crawford. We know he would never even fight those guys, you know. But, I mean, it's possible. Jake Paul might fight 10 or 15 of these celebrity matches and then later on down the road cash out with a real boxer and get broke off. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I think what Jake Paul is doing is genius. You dig what I'm saying? So, it ain't his fault. I'm not mad at Jake Paul. I am not mad at Jake Paul. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How do y'all feel about the whole celebrity boxing thing, Jake Paul, and, you know, what he's doing? And, you know, how do y'all think this impacts the landscape of, you know, boxing, the sport of boxing in itself? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.